And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Malcolm Brogdon.
And his scoring numbers have been going in the right direction these past few years. He's gotten better and better at handling what those opposing defenses are throwing his way and finding ways to get his points all over the floor.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They've got Reggie Bullock. Anthony is out there with Robinson. Then there's Bradley Beal, and it's Van Vliet in at the point. And for Memphis, Antetokounmpo is out there with Johnson. Then there's Rashawn Holmes. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon, and it's Hardaway in at the shooting guard position. Now Bullock, after Tim Hardaway missed from long range. Bullock with it. Johnson's there. Oh, and the dunk by Beal. Now the regular season coming to a close, Greg. Some call these the dog days of the year. Winning teams ready for the playoffs. And lottery teams sometimes ready to hang it up and call it quits. It's kind of an interesting dynamic.
No doubt, Kevin. A lot of teams still have something to play for, whether it's fighting to make the playoffs or seeding. These games matter. And then with the younger teams, young players are trying to secure their future moving forward, and teams that are doing a great job of evaluating and determining whether or not they want some of those guys on the roster the following year.
Very interesting. Here's Brogdon following the basket by Fred Van Vliet. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You too.
So it's the Grizzlies now. Shoots off the step back. Giannis, no good. Last outing for Memphis, they won that game against Pittsburgh.
Giannis Antetokounmpo has said he doesn't want people calling him the MVP because he doesn't want to relax. He said he fears failure, so he has got to get better.
Here's Brogdon. The Thunder making the shot. And there's the pass to Antetokounmpo. Outside Hardaway. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Well, Greg, there's been some debate. What do you think? Is Giannis the best player right now in the world?
I tell you what, if there's a conversation, he has to be in it. You know, some people might go with Kawhi, Kevin Durant. He's coming back. LeBron James is there as well. But Giannis is probably the guy to lead that conversation.
Here's Brogdon following the basket by Fred Van Vliet. Brogdon looking it over. Passes it to Antetokounmpo. Lock at 6. Outside Hardaway. Off target from outside. Oklahoma City leading by 3. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Tim Hardaway picks one up.
And we so often talk about the elite scoring, but Beal's playmaking is now reaching that same level.
It just shows you how talented and unselfish he is. All he wants to do is win. I mean, that talent requires help from your teammates. So he uses his vision and instincts and ability to keep them involved.
Now here's Hardaway. He's a guy that can score, no doubt, averaging over 25 points a game. Holmes trying to free himself up. That doesn't go either for Hardaway.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Never any doubt where Bradley Beal's going with that pass. I mean, if he has a teammate that wide open, he's not going to miss it.
Hardaway kicks to Johnson. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Here's Antetokounmpo. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense could do.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Now here's Beal. He's got 6. And the rejection by Holmes. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo throws down the alley-oop slam.
And one of the most athletic players in the league. Giannis makes those alley-oop jams look easy.
Van Vliet passes to Anthony. To the inside. Robinson down low. Guarded by Holmes. Here's Van Vliet. Johnson with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. 3 on the clock. From deep.
Solid defensive possession from Brogdon. All effort from the former Rookie of the Year.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And the Grizzlies with possession here. From deep three-point range, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. At the end of one, a closely... And earlier we checked in with Giannis Antetokounmpo, who had this to say.
One important lesson that I got is
all part of the process of achieving greatness.
Yeah, and most guys have had to go through it. MJ, LeBron, leading a team to a championship rarely happens early on.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And when you consider how the Thunder are doing, guys, what do you think?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say we want to start fast? Now let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So the Thunder 5 right now. Red Van Vliet out there with Bradley Beal. Then it's Anthony. Then it's Robinson. And it's Bullock in at the small forward position. Now, here's Bullock. Robinson kicks to Bullock. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Oh, the timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
Brogdon the pass to Antetokounmpo. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 9 points.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Brogdon against Van Vliet. Pass to Anthony. And here's Bullock. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. There's Beal with the 3. It's hauled in by Giannis. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for Memphis. Van Vliet brings the double team. On the wing, Hardaway. He's covered by Beal. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is. You know, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Grizzlies shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Both free throws good from Holmes. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Oklahoma City trailing. Van Vliet passes to Anthony. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Robinson against Holmes. Beal.
Oh, you see that? Well, at times, Bill pulls off ridiculous dunks. You have to respect how powerful he is.
For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Giannis against Anthony. Antetokounmpo passes to Holmes. Now Brogdon. 6 on the shot clock. Excellent D that time from Robinson. Unloads from 13. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Beal's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Hardaway passes to Holmes. Back to Hardaway. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Gotta admire what he's
been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Hardaway against Beal. Inside. Here's Robinson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to go on Rashawn Holmes.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
The Thunder have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Memphis trailing here. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Brogdon. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Brogdon's got 5 now.
And this is how confident Brogdon is in his scoring ability. Able to get it done from everywhere.
Anthony trying to get open. And that one is good from Bradley Beal. And the Thunder lead by 1.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Anthony against Antetokounmpo. Feeds to Johnson. Lost contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo's evolved into one of the better passing forwards in our league. And when the defense is focused on you that much, you need to be able to find the open man.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a... Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. They're in better shape now than they were at one point when... And that does it for our...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Bradley Beal having a dominant impact in this game.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Antetokounmpo is out there with Holmes. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then it's Johnson, and it's Brogdon in at the point guard. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. For 3, Van Vliet. A 3-pointer is right on target. Van Vliet's got the first points of the second half here for the Thunder. Down low, here's Antetokounmpo, and Giannis throws it down.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
It's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
Now, here is Robinson. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
And you can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish. That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Count it, and the foul. Tim Hardaway picks one up.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime on the defensive end.
Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also, at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Here's Beal. It's rebounded by Memphis. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. They get a hand on it. Beal with the steal. In the corner, it's Van Vliet. Good. It's Beal picking up the assist. Beal's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, with the role he's on this quarter, they're going to keep going to him and get that lead even bigger.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Brogdon. And the shot is good. Brogdon's got 7 points in the game.
And the size and muscle of Brogdon, able to shrug off the contact with ease on the way up.
Van Vliet with the bounce pass. Here's Anthony. That one doesn't go. And it's Memphis the other way. For the tie. And the layup by Brogdon. Brogdon's got it all tied up now for Memphis.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Anthony with it, outguarded by Giannis. Anthony looking it over. Robinson finds Van Vliet. There's Beal with the 3. Add basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
And as long as Beal is active behind the three-point line, he's going to keep the D scrambling. He demands a lot of attention out there.
Brogdon outside. To the middle. And the dunk by Giannis.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely. Beal against Hardaway. Outside, Beal. Lets it go from deep. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Guys, it's been all about Fred Van Vliet for Oklahoma City. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. So for Oklahoma City right now, they've got Bradley Beal. Reggie Bullock is out there with Anthony. Then it's Fred Van Vliet. And it's Robinson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now Anthony. Bradley Beal missing from long range. Yep, that one goes.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Now here's Brogdon. Johnson kicks to Giannis. Memphis moving that ball around. Floats it up for Giannis. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Outside, Beal. Pass to Bullock. Beal deciding where to go with it. Hands the shot with nobody near him. And the Thunder lead by 3.
Well, he's smart at taking what he sees. When you give Bill this look, he jumps all over.
On the wing, Johnson. He's guarded by Bullock. And he gets it to go.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Brogdon against Van Vliet. And the dunk by Robinson.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. To the inside. Kicks it out to Johnson. Bounce pass from Brogdon. 6 to shoot. Hardaway passes to Holmes. Robinson with the block. And he gets it back. The Thunder leading by 3. And it's Bullock in the corner. No good on the 3. Grizzlies have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Here's Giannis. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Hardaway. Hardaway has got his 4th assist in this one. Beal against Hardaway. Takes the 13-footer. The wide open look here for Anthony. Nailed from three-point land.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, they aren't just chucking up anything. I mean, they're doing a great job of creating quality looks.
A pull-up. And that one hits back iron. Beal against Brogdon. The pass to Holmes. Outside Hardaway. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. So the first one drops, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. Hardaway hits them both.
Wrong guy to put on the line in a close game. You know he's not going to miss.
Beal against Hardaway. Van Vliet outside. There's 39 seconds left in the game. Goes up on the high post. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And Robinson comes to help. And Holmes throws it down.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Fred VanVleet.
And he's up over 50% from the field here tonight. And that speaks to how solid his shot selection has been. Nothing forced and really no bad decisions. Just good, smart, offensive basketball.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, the coach of the Thunder had some harsh words for his team, and he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed, guys.
Okay, David, thanks. Timeout called. The Grizzlies. They're trailing by 2. Just 2 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
And with a couple seconds still on the clock, I try to get the ball in as close to the basket as possible. That way, if you miss a quick one, you may have time for a putback to tie it at the buzzer. And a big-time playmaker, when the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. And we'll be back right after this. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. And the Grizzlies start out with the ball. And no shortage of excitement here, and we're officially underway in overtime in this game. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Rashawn Holmes out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Johnson in at the 3. And so he drops them both. It's a 2-point ball game.
He's not about to let those points get away. I mean, he knows they're going to need them tonight.
And it's Robinson with the jam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Here's Antetokounmpo. Johnson down low. He's guarded by Bullock. Robinson with the block. And here's the fast break. Beal leading the way. And it's good for 2. Beal's got 21 in the game.
Look, Beal is no stranger to these type of situations. In fact, he demands the ball when it's a key possession.
Bounce pass from Brogdon. Here's Antetokounmpo, and a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got the game tied up here for Memphis. And so it's Beal. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Great action here if you're just joining us, about 1 minute into OT. The Grizzlies shooting impressively throughout at 62%. Johnson dishes to Giannis. Count it!
How about the effort? You did think a little contact would prevent Giannis from scoring, did you?
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. They're behind by 2. There's 45 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. Beal drives in, and the rejection by Holmes. Here's Antetokounmpo. Yes!
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight it's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back.
Now here's Beal. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And what poise from Beal. Phenomenal at stepping up his game in the clutch.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. Yes!
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is no let-up. You know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. They trail by 4. 8 seconds left to play in the first overtime. Guys, what's your take?
Trying to stay alive, they've got to work quickly.
Time is of the essence. Basket and a foul, that's got to be the game plan.
Now Brogdon. So a close game sees Memphis take this one. David, thank you as always. That's it, folks. The NBA...